So today we're going to be making my keto, paleo, vegan, spicy tortilla chips, which are really delicious. So the ingredients for this, you start by adding 2 cups of almond flour. Get that all added into a bowl. And then 2 tablespoons of ground flax seeds. And then I use a mix of spices. You can use any spices, but this is the mix I use. It's 1 teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of chili powder, 1 teaspoon of garlic powder, 1 teaspoon of cumin powder, 1 teaspoon of onion powder, and about a half teaspoon of smoked paprika. I use smoked paprika for that smokiness, but if you have regular, you can just use regular paprika. And then I use, depending on your spice level, I like it to be fairly spicy, but you can use anywhere from 1/8 to 1/4 of a teaspoon of cayenne pepper, or even more if you like it more spicy. I use about 1/4 of a teaspoon of cayenne. So once that's all added, you just mix everything together. Mix well. Make sure everything is combined, all the spices are combined throughout. Take your time with this. Stir and mix. Once that's done nicely, and you just add in 6 tablespoons of water, and you start mixing that to get it to form a dough. So I've been rolling this between 2 sheets of parchment paper, and I got it nice and thin. And once it's nice and thin, you can remove the top. Oops. So you can just pat it down like that. Just remove the top sheet, and you've got this big piece of dough. And then all you do basically is cut this to rough tortilla shape. So what I do is I just go down like this. I'll show you a couple of cuts, and I just basically go like this. Have to be a little bit careful with the dough because it's a very delicate sort of dough before it's baked. I'll just leave that like that. So I'll do another cut here. And you can do it however you like, but this is the way I do it. gently with the knife. I got these really nice and thin. I'll show you one more. Just gently go down here. And these are homemade, so they don't have to be perfect. So now I'm going to put it in an oven preheated to 325 degrees Celsius. Sorry, Fahrenheit, I should say, not Celsius. For about 10 minutes. And you might want to check after 6 minutes. Turn the light on or just to look in and make sure it's not burning. Because they get done very quickly because they're very thin. So you just check. Okay, so these are baked. I took them out of the oven, and you have to kind of watch these and make sure that they're not burning. So you just check on them after about the 8-minute mark and turn them around, or just turn them around in the oven. But once they're done, you take them out of the oven like this and you just leave them to cool right here on the parchment paper. And once they are cooled, you can just take them and they just come right off like this. And put them on your plate or serving tray. Nice and crisp. See how easily they come off? You can just kind of take them off, and you can tell these are homemade because they're nice and rough on the edges. But once you taste these, you'll be hooked because they're the most addictive, delicious chips by themselves or with a dip. You can serve them with guacamole or hummus or any kind of dips you want. But see how easily they come apart? And just put them on the plate. Now this is if that one broke, you can put a spatula underneath too to just loosen them up, but you just break them apart like that. And put them on the plate.